Okay, so in this short video, I just want to show you the difference between manual and automatic triggers and how you can schedule your workflows to run manually or automatically. So normally when we've been building out most of our workflows, we click on this run once, right? Which is basically us manually triggering the workflow. In a later video, I'll show you how to do it using webhooks. But say, for example, you wanted your automations to run at a fixed time every day. So say we had this ChatGPT node that if we come into it, I've just set up the connection, the model, and I've given it this prompt of, can you tell me a random thought for the day? So if we run this, we can see that our node is running and they say, yeah, every moment is a fresh beginning, an opportunity to create, to learn, and to embrace what tomorrow might bring. So this is if we manually trigger it. Now, if we wanted to schedule it, what we can do is we can come in here and we can set whether we wanted to run every day on specific days of the week. So then we could choose like which days at what time and so on. So then similarly, you could choose days of the month, or you could just choose, say, on demand, specified dates, regular intervals once every day, and so on. So we're just going to set this to every day for now. The time at the moment is 9:50 a.m., but I'm in Adelaide. So Adelaide is half an hour behind Sydney. So right now it would basically be 10:21 in Sydney. So I'm going to set this to 10:22. Just save. Click on activate and save our scenario. Okay, so basically what we've done is we've set this automatic trigger in the background that's going to run at 9:52 a.m. Adelaide time or 10:22 a.m. Sydney time, but it's going to happen completely automatically. And how we check if our automations have run in the background is we come into our scenario. Okay, and now if we come to the history tab, we will see a list of our executions. And can you see that we had set up the trigger for 10:22 and it shows you the trigger or activity. It shows you that it was scheduled and it shows you it was a success without us having to manually trigger it, right? As compared to the previous execution, which we did a couple of minutes ago, it shows you that this was manual. So now if we come into this execution, we can view the simple logs or the advanced logs. But if we see the output of this node, and here they give you, sure, here's a random thought for the day. Sometimes the smallest act of kindness can create the biggest ripple of positivity in someone's life. So this is basically a very simple example, but that shows you how you can schedule triggers if you wanted them to run automatically in the background without you. One thing you just want to make sure of is that once you've set up these automations to run, like even if they are while you are learning and they are not actually production ready automations or things that you actually want to be running, you should make sure that you disable this so that they aren't running in the background and consuming your credits without you knowing. And similarly, even in your scenarios list, you should turn them off if you aren't going to be using them actively. So just make sure that when you are building these test automations out, when you are learning, if you have a scheduled trigger set up, that you disable it and you turn them off when you aren't using them, unless you are 100% sure that yes, you want these to be running consistently. So yeah, now you can see that by doing it from the scenarios list page, once we turn it off, it will also turn it off in our automation. But just always, it's always better to double check and make sure that automations that you don't want to be running in the background are turned off so that they aren't consuming your credits in the background. And yeah, this was a simple example of manual versus automatic execution and how you can set that up in make.com.